What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host, Donovan Quick. And as we all know, Tua Tagovailoa suffered another concussion against the Buffalo Bills this past Thursday. On Friday, and a little bit after the game, Mike McDaniel discussed the concussion. We don't know when he's going to be back, if he's going to be back. They're just focused on getting him healthy again. And they're preparing Skyler for the Dolphin game on Sunday against the Seahawks in Seattle. But what we're really concerned about is the long term as fans. Like that's us. We're worried about what's going to happen for the rest of the season. Are we going to be riding with Skyler the rest of the season? How long is Tua going to be out, if he's coming back at all? And Mike McDaniel did say that they plan on adding another quarterback to the roster or practice squad to elevate. And a lot of people have been throwing out ideas: Jameis Winston, Joe Flacco, Jimmy Garoppolo. And I think the best one of them all is Ryan Tannehill. And a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's because of the familiarity. There's like one person here, if at all, any people here since Tannehill was here. Like, this is a completely new roster since the last time he was here in 2017. Chris Greer was technically the GM that, traded him. Stephen Ross, same owner. So that's about it. But the reason to bring Tannehill back, one, is because that way we don't have to trade anything. Because Jimmy Garoppolo, he's currently suspended, so he's not going to be able to come back until week 5, which I believe is our bye week. And he can't even look at our, we can give him a playbook, but that's going to be about it. But he's suspended. He's not going to be able to come to the team facilities, watch film, anything. We're not allowed to have any communication with him whatsoever. So I think that idea is out of here, in the garbage, whatever. Like, that's just not going to happen. Then you have Jameis Winston. Once again, you would have to give up draft capital to go and get him. And with that, I don't really like that because he doesn't fit the scheme. We are basically run first with play action and passing. And and we're all very timing based in this offense. Almost everything is timing based. Throw it to the spot. Obviously go through your reads, and you need someone that can chuck it up eventually. But Jameis Winston, he's going to be that guy that you either get an interception or a 60-yard tutty. Like, he's not someone that's going to play very smart, and that's what you need to do in this offense. As far as Joe Flacco goes, honestly, I don't think that would be a bad fit either, but I think Indianapolis is very keen on keeping him there as a backup to Anthony Richardson, who also has an injury history. And, if he goes down, they still want to be competitive. And they were last year with Gardner Minshew. So they wanted to be competitive, and Flacco made the Browns competitive last year. So I think that is kind of the direction that they're going to go. They're going to keep Flacco there. I don't think they're going to trade him. I do think that would be a decent fit. But we don't have to give up anything to go and get Tannehill. He's sitting there in free agency. Somehow, some way, he's sitting there in free agency. He's waiting for the right opportunity. I know the Packers reached out to him with Jordan Love out, but I think he's looking at more of a long-term option, starting the rest of the season, or getting the opportunity to go and start the rest of the season for a team that, can go to the playoffs and make something happen, similar to what Joe Flacco did last year. He waited on a team. The Browns came calling. He started for the Browns, and he balled out, got them to the playoffs. Now, they didn't do anything once they got there, but that's what happened. And a lot of people would say Tannehill is also washed. And look, his last couple years in Tennessee didn't go exactly the way it's planned. But with that being said, their offensive line was hot garbage, and I mean worse than ours is now. And he does have the familiarity with Aaron Brewer. That was his center over in Tennessee. And this offensive line, as bad as it is, as bad as it played on Thursday, it is well coached. And we have a lot of good run plays and we have a very good run game, whether it's outside or the screens or whatever. And we need someone to be able to operate this offense like that is very good in the play action. And over the last 7-8 years, one of the best play action quarterbacks, one of the best quarterbacks at getting the ball off very quickly is Ryan Tannehill. That's what it has been. his first few years in the league, he needed to get the ball out of his hands because of a bad offensive line. This isn't anything that he's, new to. He's had a bad offensive line for most of his career. Then he got to Tennessee. They had a good offensive line. They had a great run game, and he was one of the best play-action quarterbacks that there were. A lot of people say that he was carried by Derrick Henry and blah, blah, blah. I like to point out, if they were carried by Derrick Henry, then why was Marcus Mariota not good? And it's because Marcus Mariota sucks, but, we don't need an all-pro quarterback. We need someone that can go in there, throw the ball to where it needs to be thrown, run the good run game that we have, hand the ball off, have good play fakes, and if you need him to, throw a deep one. And Ryan Tannehill can. He is a very, very good quarterback, and he can scramble when he needs to. And that's basically why he's the best option for it's a different type of offense than Tennessee ran. They ran a hard-nosed run game, but they were still very much play-action based. And so are the Dolphins. The Dolphins are very much play-action based. We are run the ball and throw the ball after play action to one of our open guys. And we have a much better offensive weaponry than Tennessee did. We don't have a Derrick Henry, but we have a Devon Achane. Yeah, we don't have an A.J. Brown, but we have a Tyreek Hill and a Jalen Waddle. We have guys that can go and make plays. And Tannehill can be a guy that can just put the ball to where it needs to be, where it needs to go. And it's very simple, and I love it. And I was a very big fan of Tannehill, and I was rooting for him in Tennessee. And he did good. He did well. He got them to an AFC championship game just, 4 years ago? I think he can do that with the Dolphins. Why not? If Tua is out long-term and that's what it looks like, why not bring in Tannehill? Why not do that? Why not bring in someone that can run this offense as well as Skyler Thompson, if not better? Because that's who you're competing with. You're competing with Skyler Thompson. Skyler Thompson's been in this offense for 3 years now, and he's confident in his ability to run this offense. But it's not even the play fakes, which is big. It's not the mobility which he has. It's the accuracy with his throws, because look, he had decent throws in the end of the game, but he was playing against backups with backups besides Achane, and it wasn't really anything that popped out. Now, given our offense this year hasn't been anything that really popped out to you besides that one play to Tyreek Hill in the first game. Tannehill is someone that can come in, maybe not play as well as Tua, but play better than Skyler. And that's basically what you're looking for. Playing better than Skyler and trying to get the max ability out of this offense that we can. Because it looks like we have a pretty damn good defense. I know 31 on the board, but in reality, of that 31, we had a pick six, that's 7. Turnover that led to a touchdown, that's 14. A turnover on downs that led to a touchdown, that's 21. And then we had a turnover that led to a field goal, that's 24. So 24 of their 31 points came off of turnovers. That the game wasn't as bad as it seemed. It was the offense, it wasn't the defense. And it was mainly backup receivers, and then Tua just throwing that whatever that was to the sideline, trying to get it out of bounds, and just couldn't get it there. That was the first time I've ever said he has a noodle arm. That's basically, and hopefully he comes back. Hopefully he's healthy enough to come back. Let me put it that way. But if he's not, and if he can't, I think Tannehill is our best option. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think we should go after? Hint, hint. Brady is not officially an owner of the Raiders just yet. But, he's getting $30 million to be in that booth and be terrible at it. So, Brady? little something to think about if you made it to the end of the video. Let me know by putting Brady in the comments. Deuces.